This phrase absolutely drives me crazy, and I would like to just like scrub it, dub it from the whole Eat Like a Bear Facebook community. I would do that if I could wave a wand and get everybody to stop saying it. I would do exactly that. So I hate to tell people what to do. I really do, but I would like to just erase this phrase. And guess what it is, okay? And you might be using it yourself. If you're using it yourself, you should stop, okay? And if you're not, and you agree with me and people in the group use it, you could always post a link to this video and say, well, guess what Amanda thinks about that phrase? What's the phrase? I am a slow loser, okay? I'm a slow loser. I do not like the phrase because, first of all, it speaks to like the very big fundamental problem in all this that I call like the bane of comparison. Are you competing with everybody else? And that is the basis on which you claim to be the slow loser? Or are you competing with yourself? Look, if I competed with my husband in weight loss, I would definitely be a slow loser. But you know what? Guess what? I didn't compete with him and I competed against myself. And here I am, half my size. And it doesn't really matter what his life experience is, what he's doing, what he's able to get away with, how many chips he can sneak from me, and when he gets to drink the beer on vacations and I decide not to. I could compare that all day long and talk about how unfair it is or whatever else. I think that attitude would do nothing other than to just set me back. Set me back because what I need to do is think about myself, my past experiences and behaviors that led me to 280 pounds, to the need to become half my size at 140, and the need to maintain it over the long haul. And so comparisons like with my husband are completely, who cares? Who cares? That is not the important basis of comparison. The important basis of comparison is me against myself. One of our most well-known cases in the Eat Like a Bear community who claims to be a slow loser, someone you may know, and her name is Jackie Patty. And she very often has said, I'm a slow loser. I see her saying it less and less because she sees me raising an eyebrow just like this. Jackie, what are you saying, Jackie? And so when I worked on the book, so we have a book now based on the 3-day challenge. It's right here. It's called the Eat Like a Bear Jumpstart book, the 3-day challenge unpacked. Okay. And so in this book, I actually talk a little bit about this bane of comparison and the slow loser thing. And I went to Jackie, knowing Jackie is our big claimer of being a slow loser. I said, Jackie, I think it would be really cool for you to do an article where it starts out with, hi, I'm Jackie Patty and I am a slow loser. And that was the instruction that I gave her. And then this is what I got back from her. Are you ready to hear it? And by the way, Jackie is so on fire. She's starting a YouTube channel that I will link to when it gets up there and gets ready so that we can all check out Jackie and her blue hair over on her YouTube channel about type 2 diabetes. This is what Jackie says. So are you ready? She says, hi, my name is Jackie Patty and I'm a slow loser. I'm a slow loser compared to most in the Eat Like a Bear community. It has taken me 11 months to lose 60 pounds. It's faster than I have ever lost before, but compared to our superstar losers, it's pretty slow. As it happens, I've lost a few things besides weight. I lost edema in just a few days, followed rapidly by losing neuropathy. After losing neuropathy, I lost my cane too, because I could actually feel the ground. Within a few weeks, I lost hours each day trapped in a lymphopress, a machine used to reduce edema. In that same period, I lost Lasix, a diuretic. It turns out that flexibility is greatly reduced by fluid. I gained flexibility and lost the necessity of having someone assist me in dressing myself. A few weeks later, I lost the rest of my 100 units of daily doses of insulin, having already lost blood glucose readings that went above 200, let alone spikes that went above 300. I lost 12 inches off my bra measurement as my fluid problems continued to resolve. I lost the necessity to sleep upright in a chair in order to breathe. I lost adrenal insufficiency as my adrenal glands came back online after years of requiring steroids in order to avoid being bedridden. I lost thyroid resistance as my liver healed and the necessity of taking T3 only medications throughout the day with irritating alarms to remind me. I lost hours previously spent meal planning, organizing meals, planning for optimum nutrition, and shopping because Amanda introduced me to the ridiculously big salad. Over the course of months, I gradually lost both an ACE inhibitor and a beta blocker, adjusting the doses until I couldn't avoid low blood pressure anymore. With my cardiologist's blessing, I lost the final dose. He likes what I'm doing, as I also lost over 200 points on my triglyceride score and a substantial amount of LDL as well. I lost my ability to score an A1C in the diabetic range or even the pre-diabetic range, resulting in a loss of even metformin, both my first and last diabetic drug. I lost the metformin on my third visit with my endocrinologist, who assisted me in many of these changes. Given that diabetes was my first illness and my last, I lost my endocrinologist, Dr. Yan, as she graduated me from her care. But I'm a slow loser in the Eat Like a Bear community because I've only lost 60 pounds. And so, if you are a slow loser, go be a slow loser like Jackie Patty. But I think even Jackie would be served in not calling herself a slow loser, because it is in fact these conditions and these medications that cause Jackie to be in a separate class, or like sort of a distinct class in the Eat Like a Bear group, that did cause her weight loss to be slower. But go be like Jackie if you are at Jackie's starting point.